When I was 7, I remember a snowstorm vividly that tied up the city. And I was fascinated by how much of an impact it had. My aunt was stuck in our house because you couldn't travel, and she slept on the sofa downstairs. And I came down during the night several times to look out on the snowstorm and what it was doing. There was no traffic on our street, and was such an awesome sight, and yet it was so beautiful. I started getting up early in the morning and listened to various radio stations around the country to try and figure out when the next snowstorm was coming, and piecing together the weather map, because there were no real-time weather maps in those days. And that started to give me a feel for how things evolved and some insight into weather patterns.
One of the earliest memories I have is Hurricane Hazel. In 1954, I was 4 years old. We had wind gusts in Philadelphia up to 90 miles an hour. A lot of trees blew over, and we were without power for a while, but I do remember that Joel wanted to go out on the porch, and my mother only let him go out on the porch if he tied a rope around his waist. And I remember we had to hold him because she was afraid he might blow away. I started to get the idea that maybe there was more to this. My father showed me an article when I was 11 years old about a meteorologist who was selling forecasts to fuel oil dealers, and I got the idea then that perhaps my love of weather forecasting could be combined somehow with a business. In 1962, second-year graduate student, a local gas company, Central Pennsylvania Gas, called Dr. Charles Hosler, who was then head of the department.
The ski resorts and the gas company and people like that would call me wanting forecasts of the temperature or whether it be snow and so forth. And very early in the game, I stopped doing that. I had many other things to do, and turned over some of that to Joel. I think the gas company was the first client he had. I'm not sure how soon later the ski resort business came up. And so Joel just went from there and built on that.
So I charged this company, the gas company, $50 a month for these forecasts, December, January, and February. So AccuWeather had $150 in annual revenue, and we were off and running.
From those simple beginnings in 1962, today, AccuWeather has grown into the world's largest weather media company and is a global leader in weather information, digital media, and big data. Each day, nearly 2 billion people worldwide trust the superior accuracy of AccuWeather to help them plan their lives, protect their businesses, and get more from their day. Our brand is seen on more digital and traditional media outlets than any other weather source.
I just knew I was going to make it successful. I had to call probably 25,000 prospects before I had 100 paying customers, which means I had 24,900 no's. And I guess most people I've talked to about that would have given up long before that.
In addition to serving more than 245 of the Fortune 500 and thousands more businesses with dedicated weather forecasts, AccuWeather partners with leading companies around the world. In fact, AccuWeather is even featured in a global co-branded advertising campaign with Microsoft. The AccuWeather brand is built on our dedication to superior accuracy. And that dedication was confirmed in 2017 when the world's largest and most comprehensive independent study of forecast accuracy ever undertaken named AccuWeather as the most accurate source of weather forecasts and warnings, not just in the United States, but everywhere around the world.
It's the most comprehensive undertaking of verification of weather forecasts on a national and global scale. And it's across all different kinds of forecasts, temperatures, wind, precipitation, the most important things that people are interested in. They show universally that the AccuWeather forecasts are the most accurate.
Through the most severe weather events of the past 55 years, even as recent as Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria, AccuWeather's commitment to superior accuracy and dedication to saving lives, minimizing harm, and reducing risk for businesses has been felt worldwide.
We have saved thousands of lives, no doubt in my mind. AccuWeather directly responsible, whether Katrina or Agnes, going back to 1972, we directly have saved thousands of lives. And this team
This talented, dedicated team has made that happen. And I've been lucky that these people have stayed and been committed to my dream of doing that.
AccuWeather celebrates 55 years of saving lives, protecting property, and helping people prosper. And our commitment to innovation is only beginning.
The future is exciting. People have in their hands today devices that none of us, even the younger generation, expected just 10 years ago.
We've made many changes. We keep reinventing ourselves, and as the opportunities and the communications and all the new technological things change, and that's happening at a breakneck pace, and it's going to continue.